Hey guys, this is Igal with Kakao Academy channel, and today I'd like to break down one of the most commonly asked coding interview questions. So, given a list of integers, find the max element in it. So this is supposed to be quite a simple task, but yet people tend to make mistakes from time to time. So I'd like to propose my solution to this question and also point out some possible points of failure. So we have a list called my list. As you can see, a list of integers, and our task is to find the maximum element in this list. So let's create a function that is going to return an integer and call it find max. We are going to take a list of integers as a parameter. Okay, and here is one of the first things I would like to point your attention to. First of all, what if this list has no elements at all? So as a part of our solution, first we would say something like integer max element equals my list get 0, right? So we would say, okay, let's start from assuming that the very first element of our list is the actual maximum element in our list. But what if our list has no elements in it? So in other words, it's empty. So usually in real life, we would have some sort of assertion provided by one of the libraries we use in our code, or maybe write our custom library. But for the sake of this exercise, we can make an assertion on our own, and by doing that during the interview, you can actually gain yourself some points. So what you do is the following: if, for example, my list is empty, I don't know, print out something like provided list is empty, something like that. Obviously, this will not stop the code from creating an error, but you know, just pointing out something like that during the interview might give you some points. Okay, what if my list dot size equals 1? Then we don't need to do any assertions whatsoever. We don't need to parse through my list. All we have to do is to return my list and its first element, right? So if the size of my list is 1, that means my list has only one element inside of my list. And to save ourselves some time, we simply return that element. That would be the first and the last one at the same time. Okay, in all other cases, we do create a new temporal variable called my element, and assume that the very first element of our list is the actual max element. What we do next, we say that we're gonna parse from element to element and compare to the max element. So let's say if my max element has a value of 2 right now, next time I parse, I make another step, and I see that the very next element is 5, which means it has a higher value than 2. Then I will assign this value 5 to my max element. So the way we do it is for integer element inside of my list, if element is more than max element, then max element equals element. All right. So once we do that, all we have to do next is simply return the max element. Okay. So let's test our code. So I say print out find max and take my list as a parameter. Okay, let's try to run our code. Awesome. So as you can see, the output is 21, and if we look at our actual list, 21 seems to be and appears to be the maximum element inside of our list. During the exercise, you might see a question where instead of using a list, you would get an array. It's the very same way of doing it. You just, instead of parsing through a list, you would parse through an array. And one more thing I would like to point out, that sometimes people tend to make this crucial mistake, and instead of giving a value to max element, a value of a first element in a list, what people do is the following. They say it's 0. This is a big mistake, because in case we have a negative value in our list, okay, this will already provide us with false result. So instead of assigning 0 to our initial max element, what we do instead, we take first element of a list as our starting point. That's it, guys. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Bye bye.